and all you can see is what you have lost. You're not seeing the way that this is actually opening up a really, really good pathway for you. Hi, my name's Dee. Welcome to Sunchild Tarot and welcome to your new moon reading for February 2020. So that's the new moon in Pisces. Now, normally I'd be asking, what would we be beginning with the new moon energies? Listening to the astrologers, this time this new moon, it is incredibly transformative, as all new moons are. We're at the end of the passage for the zodiac. The new moon's going to start passing around the zodiac again next month. Actually in a few days, but you know what I mean. So I want to ask the question, how can we best utilize the new moon energies? Because it is as much about considering and planning beginning things as actually beginning things. And it's also about considering and planning how to end things, which makes sense with all the Capricorn energy we've got going around and will have for the rest of much of this year as well as last year. You can ask a question if you want, but bear in mind I am looking at how we can best utilize these energies. Now, the reading either is for you or it isn't, and the way that you know is if the past and the present don't fit, the future's not going to fit. It's not for you. But I do advise that you watch more than one anyway. You want to have a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe your Venus placement, maybe your north node, whatever takes your fancy. Now, if you don't know what all of those are, your rising sign, your moon sign, etc., there's a link down below so that you can get yourself a free birth chart. And also there is a timestamp to get past all of this waffle because you've only got to listen to it the once. As a general reading rules apply. You know, roles can be reversed. I could be saying you're doing something and it's somebody around you that's doing something, or vice versa. Timing's hardly absolute because with all of these new moons, full moons, astrological aspects, they're like ripples in a pond. And some people will be hit by the ripple before other people are hit by the ripple. Other people don't necessarily get hit by that particular ripple. So it's timing is advisory. Of course, if you're led to this reading well out of season, well, that's when it's useful for you. So enough of my waffle. I think I've said everything that I need to. Let's bring up the cards. Okay, Scorpio, I'm seeing so much here. My first thought was there's a change of plans coming for you. My second thought is, have you really been healing? Honestly, we have for how you are feeling, 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups. I'll get into that in a moment. But we have don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo, and adjustments are required. We have the energy of indecision. We have the energy of vulnerability. We have Azrael, the angel of death. Change is coming. That which is useless will be burnt away. And you have some form of tower moment opposing you at the moment. You have some form of everything crumbling, and it's something that you've been working hard towards. Now, either you have been working hard towards creating this tower moment, or everything that you've been working hard towards recently is now crumbling in front of you, and all you can see is what you have lost. You're not seeing the way that this is actually opening up a really, really good pathway for you. What Spirit is bringing you is the Prince of Cups, a new idea or a new twist on an idea, a new twist on how you are going to move forward, because you have been receiving guidance from the divine, whether you've been listening to it or not. Because what I wanted to say about this particular 4 of Swords, I looked at it and yeah, with the 4 of Swords, there's the rest and the recuperation. There's the isolation. But the way he's setting those swords down to bring the elements under the four elements, the four directions, the four winds, whichever, under his control, fine. Okay, that's not a bad thing to be doing. But let me paraphrase War of the Worlds, because this is what Richard Burton's version anyway, this is what passed through my head. And slowly and surely you drew your plans against us. So when we've got this indecision and this sense of loss, and don't let pride get in your way, and hunger, there is something that you are aiming for that you're not actually getting. There's some form of illusion that you are operating under right now, but it is a tool for you to actually use both the tame and the wild and master both sides of it. It's to show you both sides of your nature. Yes, your vulnerability has been exposed. That's to make it stronger. What Spirit is bringing in is the Magician card, and what you have to work with down here is the Magician card, clarified by the Two of Cups. So happy, happy relationship, happy, happy soulmate. Oh, how wonderful that is. But more to the point, I'm seeing the duality go down from the Moon to that Two of Cups, that taming of the duality, that bringing together the tame and the wild, that bringing together the light and the shadow, the source of light and the reflection. Just stop focusing on what has been lost. You can make plans right now, and new moon in Pisces is an ideal time for making plans. It is a time for sitting and thinking and creating things on the thought level of, I'm going to do this and let's work out how I'm going to do it. You don't do it today, you work out how you're going to do it today. Well, next few days, you know what I mean. And it is something that you will have to persist at. But you've been persisting at something already, and that's all crumbling. You're going to persist at something different, something new, something where you really get the chance to express your power. Because let's face it, things were moving fast beforehand, and then some news, some dark news, some shadow came and whacked it all like a Jenga tower being hit right at the bottom. And not a lot has remained standing after that. And that is what you've been working at. But that was a training period. Do not moan about what has been lost now because of the skills that you have learned, the connections that you have made. Although there's not a lot of other people here. But you have made a great deal of, achieved a great deal of skills, of... skills. It was a training period, okay? And you're going to move on to something far better. Something far, far better when it is emphasized with the energy of the Knight. Be brave and honest. So there is ignore your pride. You've had to show your vulnerability. Use your vulnerability. Use it as a shield and use it as a weapon to express what you need to do. Not all this vengeance nonsense or all this, whatever it is that you're going, I'm going to sort this out. Because people have seen that things are moving fast around you, but things could be moving fast around you in a really, really good way. Somebody else is bringing you this idea, as well as Spirit jumping up and down in front of your face going, have you thought about this? Try this. You're using the same skills, but in a different environment, in a different way. You've not made the decision to step out of this yet because you're worried too much about what you've lost. But we have King of Pentacles, who was actually the conclusion card on the last reading I just did. So the King of Pentacles is all that. Has the house, the money, the job. So whether that's the position, the whatever, but not necessarily fast moving. This ain't going to be necessarily fast moving. It's been fast moving, and you could do with a little calm time and downtime. There's this Four of Swords is showing. But if this, since the Moon and the Five of Cups is there as your central, where you are right now, you haven't finished with that downtime yet. You need to do a little bit more healing, a little bit more letting go of your pride, and adjustments are required, like it says here. So you're using the same skills in something different. But As I say, the final outcome card, the King of Pentacles, is all that. That can be you, especially since it's clarified by the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment card. So stop concentrating on what you had wanted to happen and open the field up a little bit and say, you know, what would make me happy? Because you have a chance to really come into your power. Spirit's bringing in the Magician, and you have the Magician as that foundation which you have to work with. Clarified, I cannot stress enough, with the Two of Cups. You can bring that unity around right now if you stop dithering in your indecision and stop worrying about what you've lost and look at what you've learnt and how you can move forward with it. Because I do feel that you have been given at least two very special gifts that you can move forward. Have the hunger for being happy and doing what feels brave and honest, right and true, and not just, I said I was going to do this, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, well, you already did it, and look what happened. So move on, do something better, do something more fun. Okay, so sorry for telling you off. I hope this means something for you. Listen to your guidance at the moment because you are receiving it. Four of Cups. And as to around the position where you are right now, Four of Swords, Four of Cups, angel number 44. Can't remember for the life of me what it means. I think it's something about manifestation and bringing plans into being. Look it up. But there is change and things will burn away. So don't be one of the things that burns away in your own change, okay? Because your pride's going to have to burn away one way or another. Right. So I'll stop waffling now. Your next lunar reading will be the waxing moon reading, which will be out a bit late because I've been having Mercury retrograde issues. I've had to borrow a camera for today. Plus, today, the day of the new moon, Mars ingresses into Capricorn. No, it doesn't. Mars crosses the eclipse point from the solar eclipse over Christmas and the New Year. I'm going to do a reading for that because that is even though Mars is a fast energy, 2 days ain't going to make a bit of difference because that will take a little bit of time to take effect. Plus, I want to do readings for Mars ingress into Capricorn, which, yeah, that happened about a week ago, but that's a really interesting energy, and it's with us for about 6 weeks, and the effects probably a lot longer. Okay, so stop moping. Scorpio, you're all about transformation, so transform. Cheers.